Hey guys, what's going on? Happy Thursday, back in another trade recap as usual. And as you can see, today was a very much needed win for me today. Sorry, I'm super exhausted. I just worked a 12-hour shift at work, and this video is going to be a little bit late, but yeah, I'll keep my energy up as much as I can. I was super excited this morning, I'll tell you that. This felt really good after my last proper win was more than a week ago, right? So, I mean, I had a good one yesterday, but that was because I full ported NFP, so that doesn't really count. So, this was a really good win. Got us sitting pretty decent on these accounts here. This new one is now in the positive 400 bucks, and these other ones are all sitting around 1600, give or take, with, I believe, just these 3 winning days for 150 plus. So we just need 2 more, and then we can take another payout. But as you can see, it says 6 trades. I only took 2. This was the first one here, and then I added 1 on this, so 3 contracts on that. This was the first one here, added 3 on that, so 5 on that. First win was smaller, 300 bucks. Second win was 700 bucks, pretty big. And today we had news hour before market open, and shorts were absolutely cooking today. As you can see, we dumped like crazy. From pre-market to now, we're down 700 points, and I caught a good chunk of it. I mean, I was trading pretty small size, and I came out with $1,000 win. Very happy with that. But on the higher time frames, we still had this gap that I wanted to be filled, and that never happened. I have this gap down here that we look like we're gonna fill now. But the real thing on the 4-hour was this gap here. And this gap was really scaring me all day today because we didn't close below it till 7. And I was in my first trade at 6:45. I was in my second trade right at 7. And obviously this started up here. It hadn't closed below it yet. So that was the only thing that was scaring me from short today. I was actually super bullish because we were respecting it. But I'll show you why my bias switched up a little bit. But first, let's mark out our data candles here, because that played a super important role in today. I believe it was right here. So we had this data low here, and that played a very important role because we did get a bounce off of it, as you can see here. But we just missed this London low. So with that being said, I was bullish, but the fact that we came this close to taking out the London low here, I did want to see it get taken out before we pushed higher. So I was very patient off market open not to take any stupid trades. We did have London low, Asia low, New York lunch, New York AM, and then New York AM from the other day that was also the previous day's low. So I believe this was also previous day low. Yeah, it was for yesterday. So we are pretty stacked up here for shorts, and this wasn't really a strong draw for me. This gap obviously is, but we didn't seem to want to move up that way. So what was really important today was obviously this here. We didn't actually close below it till 6:45, right? But we were very obviously going to close below it. And I did want longs. Like I said, I did want longs after we took out this data low here. And we took out the data low, and we tapped into this 15-minute gap. So longs were looking really good, actually. And I was just waiting. If you took longs pre-market, they would have been solid. But we obviously had the data candle after that, so that was not ideal. But if you got in up here, sorry, the data candle is right here. If you got in up here pre-market, that's what I meant to say, off this 1 minute IFVG with the tap back into it, that is like A++ setup here, right? But it's pre-market. I ain't trading that. But if you entered right there, that is beautiful. But pre-market, like I said, we're not taking that. So what I was waiting for, this is a 15-minute gap. Market opens right here, right? I was just waiting for this to get inversed. And then even this gap here never got inversed on the 3-minute, right? So I was waiting for this one to get inversed, and I was going to wait for this one to get inversed as well, because we still had a long way from my target. I didn't need to take it right off the first inversion, and we never actually got that. So I basically waited, and then we get this giant down candle that takes out my sell side target, London low right there. And this is a 15-minute gap. You can see, and we closed below it here. And as soon as we closed below that 15-minute gap, we got the 15-minute inversion. I knew we were just going to dump. We had kind of taken out everything in our way that was stopping us here. There's no more gaps. Like I said, the only thing that was kind of in the way was this 4-hour gap, but we still had Asia lows resting right there. And it was still very good short to play out. Lots of opportunities to go break even. So based off that 15-minute inversion, I entered right here. And I targeted down to 649. So this was only a 4-minute trade here, guys. I basically just took this Asia low here, and my stops were above these gaps right here. It was a 1 to 2, and like I said, this was only a $300 win. Nothing crazy, but it was nice to get a good win with no drawdown like that. And like I said, this was solely based off the fact that we had no real targets on the buy side. And we kind of came up, we took out this trend line liquidity here, and then we obviously, like I said, we get this 15-minute inversion, we closed below that. So that was what I based this off, and the fact that we continuously respect the 1-minute and 3-minute fair value gaps here. So that was a super simple setup, more of a continuation, but a little bit of a reversal as well. And then we've taken this out, and we are still chopping around, not looking like we're going to get a reversal at all. But I was waiting for longs again, and we have this nasty 3-minute gap here, and we tap into it a few times, and I ended up taking another short here. I did not think this move was done, and this kind of played with my emotions a little bit here, guys, but I had my stops here. And this was just risking whatever I had made. So I was only risking $300. This was basically, essentially a risk-free trade. And I caught my TP was here. But technically, I added positions, right? So this became a little bit... Originally, it was a $500 trade, turned into a $7 trade. But this was just a continuation model off the fact that we had been respecting this 3-minute gap. And it kind of played with my emotions a little bit because we go on up, down, up, down, up, down. And then we just fully displaced through it. And I'm kind of pissed off I didn't bring my TP down all the way because I did think about it. And it would have been about a $2,000 win. Sorry, it would have been about a $2,000 win, and 1 to 4, and I was about 5 micros in at this point, but my entry was all the way down to about here, and then my stops were above this gap. Still $300 risk. I just added contracts, but still that would have been great. I didn't really expect us to flush that cleanly all the way down. It was very crazy how we just dumped 700 points. But yeah, this was just a continuation model. Like I said, guys, there was nothing stopping us. And the other thing was we did inverse this final 15-minute gap right before I entered this trade on this candle here at 6:45. So I entered this at 7 o'clock right when the next candle opened, and we had inversed that gap. So you can see there's nothing else here that is stopping us from taking out this low and this one. So yeah, that was a super simple trade. Make sure I got this right. Exited. Yeah, right there. So I actually caught it down to this low. Sorry, guys. Not the other one I had it at. Actually, that might have been the same one. I'm kind of sorry. It's been a long day. But yeah, it was the same one. So down to this New York AM low here, which was the previous day low. So obviously very strong drawn liquidity. Right there, bang, bang. Easy continuation. And we did end up taking out the previous day low from the other day as well. So not much to go over today. Pretty simple. Very good trading day for me. Super happy with my performance. I did get some back testing in last night, and felt good to get back to that a little bit and kind of dial in, because I was kind of losing my mind a little bit, right? So feels good to be back in the swing of things, but I got to keep it going. I'm going to try to back test an hour a day for a little bit. But now I'm kind of in a weird situation where the plan was to full port CPI tomorrow, and I don't know if I want to anymore. I'm obviously definitely not doing it on my 100K account. There's just no reason to do that. But these other 4 accounts, yes, I'm up almost $1,700, but realistically, like you can see right here, that is 3 bad days away from blowing it, and I would really like to have a decent buffer. And I have free reset credits, so I'm not super worried about losing these accounts. Obviously I don't want to, but I don't know. I gotta make my mind up in the morning. I might do it, I might not. I probably will, because I'm an idiot. But I would like a nice buffer going into next week. We have no news Monday. I should catch a nice trade like I usually do. No news on Tuesday should be a great day again. I usually excel when there's no news for some reason. And then we got news the rest of the week with FOMC. So I do want to have a bit of a buffer, because it is going to be choppy these 2 days and possibly Tuesday too. So there's a good chance I do it, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I haven't really decided. But the thing is, if I do it, and then obviously I just need one more winning day after that, and I can take another payout. And if that's the case, and then I blow the accounts after that, I'm really not too concerned if I've taken 2 $10,000 plus payouts in 2 weeks, right? So tough decision for me, but I will decide in the morning, and obviously I will make a video letting you guys know what happened. But do keep that in mind. We do have CPI tomorrow. If you guys are trying to pass evals, don't do what I'm going to do on my live accounts. That's just stupidity. I'm just being an idiot. I might not even do it, but I probably will, so I'm just saying that now. But if you are trying to pass evals, go check out the video I made on how to pass evals using CPI or NFP, which I did earlier this week. The method I do, that is pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to say it's fail-proof, but for evals, it really doesn't matter anyways, right? It's just an eval. So go check out that video, and yeah, I will make a video on how it goes tomorrow. It still should be a very good trading day. Keep an eye out for the data low, data high again. And yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I need to go get some sleep because I'm barely awake right now. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next one.